¿qué tal? I'm Sierra LaFay, bienvenido a mi canal. So in my last video I did a heat trained hair starter pack where I talked about the 4 things that I feel like a heat trained hair natural needs to kind of start off with. Some of you guys asked for a part 2, so this is going to be the part 2. Bueno, if you haven't seen part 1, I'll link it down below, pero nada más a decir. Pero vamos a empezar. Alright, so adding on to that list, I actually should have did a 5 things that you need as opposed to 4, because what I should have said that I did not say was a blow dryer. Now I did mention hooded dryer in the last video, but I also feel like a blow dryer kind of goes hand in hand with that, but you do need to kind of make sure you have something separate. To me, they kind of serve different purposes, and it's a little bit easier to straighten your hair with a regular blow dryer than it is with trying to use a hooded dryer, and it takes a lot less time. Now I'm gonna briefly talk about this hooded dryer because I did get a comment saying that it is a little pricey, which I do agree, especially being someone who has recently finished school. Not recently, because I've been finished for almost a year now, but yeah, $50 can still be a stretch. So I definitely think that you need to eventually invest in a hooded dryer, but in the meantime, if you don't have that, someone else in the comment section mentioned that there are these like heat caps, like shower caps, and they're silver. I'll link them down below, but you can use that, and it uses your body heat in order to activate heat in your hair to help the product really get in. Anyway, back to a regular blow dryer. So you definitely need a blow dryer when you are starting your heat trained hair journey. Now I'm going to do a separate video about blow dryers that I recommend, but in the meantime, in between time, I am going to let you know that your blow dryer needs to release negative ions, it needs to be ceramic, and it needs to have multiple heat settings, because sometimes you may not need to put as much heat on a particular section. So the blow dryer I'm working on getting now is by Remington. It's actually called the Remington Damage Protection Hair Dryer with ceramic, Ionic, Tourmaline technology. And Tourmaline, I had mentioned that word in my last video. It is just like one of the best, I don't even know how to particularly explain it, but just one of the best versions of heat that you can put on your hair. It's healthier for the hair, so this blow dryer has all of that, and like it says in the title, it's going to help with preventing heat damage. So this is the dryer I'm actually working on getting, and it's actually only $19.95. However, I'm going to go ahead and say this: although I'm getting this blow dryer now, I know it'll last me for a little bit until I get another one, but I am not a fan of cheap anything really, but especially as it relates to my hair, my skin, my body, I prefer to invest more, because once you kind of mess up those particular things, it's very hard to fix. So even though this blow dryer is $19.95 or like 19 whatever, $20, I am going to get it, I am going to use it. I feel like it's going to be a good blow dryer, but I am going to work my way towards getting an even better dryer. But right now this is what I'm working with, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but I do want to try the Dyson $400 blow dryer, even though I think that price is absolutely ridiculous. I just think that because it's a high price, it has to be like amazing quality, right? At least in my mind, that's what I think. So I don't know, maybe one day I will try it. Okay, the next thing a heat trained hair natural needs is a heat protectant. You're gonna have to protect your hair from the many layers of heat that you're gonna have to put on it. The one I like to use is the Tresemme Keratin one, because the hair loves keratin, which is what I learned recently, and it can never have too much keratin. It's gonna help to strengthen the hair, give it shine, help minimize frizz. So yeah, I love to use that one before I blow dry my hair and then before I flat iron my hair. And the next thing heat trained hair natural needs is a leave-in conditioner. Now, I have recently learned, which I have mentioned in a past video, that a heat protectant can only do so much. It does protect the hair somewhat from the heat, but what's really going to protect your hair from the heat is making sure that it is moisturized from the inside out. What a leave-in conditioner is actually going to do is make sure that your hair is still moisturized, because the heat is going to dry out the hair. So just making sure that you have moisture, enough moisture in your hair, it's going to help minimize the damage greatly. The leave-in that I used to use a lot, I haven't been using a leave-in lately. Someone did point that out, so thank you, because I need to get back on using my leave-in conditioner. But the one I like to use was It's the 10, but the one I want to try now is the leave-in by Mielle Organics, because I have recently become a huge super fan of their brand. I think just because the products work so well with my hair, especially in terms of the results that I get once I've straightened my hair with it. Yeah, I want to try the Mielle Organics, the Peony leave-in conditioner. So when I get my hands on that one, I will definitely get on here and show you guys what I think of it. If you guys have any other leave-in conditioners you think I should try, let me know in the comment section below. And then the last thing that a Heat Train Hair Natural needs to get started is a paddle brush. And I swear by the paddle brush because it's going to eliminate the tangles, which is going to help minimize single strand knots. It's going to get rid of the shedded hairs, and it's going to help stimulate the scalp and transfer some of those oils that are from your scalp onto the rest of your hair. So I love a paddle brush. Brushing your hair for at least a minute every single night definitely makes a difference, especially after you have put product on your hair, and even brushing your hair in the daytime. I just swear by the paddle brush. Now, I recently found this new paddle brush and I am getting this ASAP Rocky. I am so excited to try this paddle brush because it's specifically made for blow drying the hair, and it has these air vents in it. It's by Conair. I'll have it linked down below. It has these air vents in it, which is going to help distribute the heat more evenly onto the hair, which is going to speed up the blow dry process, which is also going to help minimize heat damage. Now I have always felt that the blow dry process is one of the most important parts to actually straightening the hair, because the better the blow dry, the better the results. And actually someone had mentioned that in my last video, so shout out to No Free Catnip. I definitely have always swore by that. The better the blow dry, the better the flat iron results. So you want to make sure that you have a really good blow dry results, but you also want to make sure you're not overwhelming your hair with too much heat, because that's going to cause damage. So yeah, getting this brush, I'm so excited to get this brush on. I'm going to see if it actually cuts the blow dry time in half. I'm going to do a review on this brush. How about that? And then let you guys know what I think. But I'll definitely link it down below if you want to try it. But bueno, this concludes part 2 of the top things that a Heat Train Hair Natural needs to get started off with. Feel free to add anything that you feel like I've missed in the comment section below, or any additional tips you have for people who are wanting to start their Heat Train Hair journey. Hasta el video próximo. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.